We're devoted to our shit, mate. Fuck around, man. Nah,
So where is he now?
I'm gonna call that number now. Don't fuck around with me when you're on it. Like, we don't hang around. Like, if you're ready to roll, you roll.
Yep.
Roll out. Hold on 1 minute. Make sure I got the right number, because I got bare numbers here, innit? Got this. Jeff May. There is this one. It's this one, because I got one for the hotel.
All right.
And one for his mill bar. So this is the one. Remember last time I called Island, innit?
Okay.
Ah, is it Dan? Nah, it's ringing, you know.
Okay.
It's ringing.
Hello.
Hello, Jeff. How you doing? This is Errol from the YouTube boxing community. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. We trying to call you for ages, bro. But I know you're busy.
Yeah. I'm in Philly right now.
Oh, you in Philly?
Oh, you busy right now? You can't have an interview now?
No.
He's in Philly.
I'm in Philly.
He's
I'm
in Philly.
Philadelphia right now.
Oh, you're in Philly. What you say? Who you training over? Are you visiting, training? What's going on over Philly?
No, I have boy Tupac. He's fighting Brian Jennings.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Who's that? You know what?
Brian Jennings. Yeah, I know Brian Jennings.
Brian Jennings is from over here, innit?
No. Brian Jennings is a black heavyweight.
He's from Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Philly. Who's he fighting?
Boy Tupac.
Oh, boy, what's that? Is
I
that
don't
for a
know
belt?
that.
He's for USBA.
Okay,
Oh,
all
USBA
right.
belt.
Yeah, we you know us from England. Yeah,
Brian Jennings, he beat Lajkovic. Is it Lajkovic? He knocked him out.
Yeah, Leovic. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay then. Well, that sounds alright, man. How's training going? Everything good, yeah?
Everything's good. I mean, we're tapering down because the fight's on Saturday, but we had a good camp.
So how's Brian looking? He always looks in good physical shape. So.
Well, I'm not actually training Brian. I'm training his opponent.
Oh, you're training his opponent. Okay, I got it twisted.
Yeah, I'm training the guy, and
Okay.
I mean, it's funny though. I've been asked to train Brian Jennings on 3 different occasions, but it's never been Brian himself. It's always been somebody who called himself representing him.
All right.
But I know him. I know him really well. I mean, he's a real good kid.
And he can fight a bit too. So is the guy you're training one of your fighters?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
one of my fighters. I mean, he's a good puncher, real strong puncher.
Okay.
I mean, he punches way harder than Brian Jennings, but you gotta put the pressure on him and force him to fight though.
Yeah.
Is that the undercard of Pacquiao Marquez?
No. It's on the same night, but it's not because it's a separate card. That card's in Vegas.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously because what I saw of Jennings is he likes to sort of make sure that he's not gonna get hit. Every fighter wants to make sure they're not gonna get hit, but he seemed quite cautious until he saw that Ljokovic or whatever was no threat to him, and then he went for him. So obviously your guys got to try and bustle him out of his stride, I'd say, because Jennings is a guy he likes space and time to do his thing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, with Jennings, I know it's a fight, in fact, where I know he'll be combative. He's not going to run. He's not the type of guy that really tries to box. And I mean, beating Ljokovic, it's a good win, but it's just a good win for namesake. Ljokovic's been finished.
Yeah.
He's not any good anymore.
Yeah.
But it's a good win for him because he's a former champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Jeff. Let's get to the main thing. Kevin Johnson. So how do you see it? How can I put it? I mean, what happened? What happened with the game plan, or how do you see the fight going? I mean, from our point of view, he looked like Kevin looked like he could have won the fight if he pressed him a bit more.
Kevin definitely had better skills.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I honestly think that Kevin took the fight on 3 weeks' notice. Like, you know, like was said. I mean, I've only trained Kevin for 2 weeks.
Okay.
You know, and in 2 weeks, I mean, to be honest, ain't a whole lot I can change.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, but I just think that, you know, and Kevin knows that he has, you know, good enough defense, you know, and you know, he's never gonna really get hurt in a fight, and he's not gonna, you know, but at the same time, getting hurt is one thing, but you know, he really didn't take too many chances either.
Yeah.
You know, because he didn't let his hands go, and I mean, he fought as though he was a guy that was out of shape.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was too large. It's too large, man. Are you gonna still work? You gonna still keep working with Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one of those trainers that turn my back on a fighter because they didn't win or anything like that.
Okay.
I mean, because this is boxing. I mean, there can only be one winner. You know, don't get me wrong. It's different now. If I continue to work with Kevin and these are the type of performances I get from him, you know, every time out, yeah, I mean, yeah, I got to consider, you know, the fact that, well, I mean, maybe this is just what he does. But I'm not gonna turn my back on a fighter that I only trained for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, and maybe he just took the fight for the money. I'm not 100% sure the reason why he took the fight, and he might just believe that he could beat the guy, you know, because he has way better skill. But at the same time, I mean, for whatever reason he took the fight, you know, it just didn't pan out the way it should have.
Yeah. Obviously, you know, you need to do a proper training camp and obviously instill some of your stuff. Yeah, and then we'll see where you go from there. So next year, definitely, yeah. Would you agree, though, next year it would probably be Kevin's make or break year?
Oh, no, definitely. I mean, well, the one thing is this, is that Kevin can't afford to have another performance like this.
Yeah.
You know, because it's going to become his stamp. That's going to be the stamp that people are going to put on him, is that, okay, he gets into the big fights and he does just enough, you know, not to get hurt, but not enough to win.
Frustrating though. He has such great defense.
You know, and this is kind of like, you know, a performance in which he had against Vitaly Klitschko.
Yeah.
You know, it was the same type of performance, and you know, and I mean, you don't want to get that kind of reputation as being a guy who just wants to make it to the dance. But you know, when the music's on, you really don't want to be on the dance floor at all.
Yeah. Frustrating though, because he has such great defense, and he seems to have such natural reflexes for a fighter.
No, I mean, and that's the thing, that I mean, he actually has everything it takes to be world champion, but, you know, and that's one thing about me. I feel that if you have the capability to be a world champion, eventually I'll pull it out of you.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have to allow me to pull it out of you. You can't, like I said, in this situation, you know, I mean, I trained Kevin for 2 weeks, and that's the only thing I can base our training on. I can't base it on stuff that he said he did prior to coming to me.
That's right.
I don't know.
That's right.
You know, I mean, it's just, you know, it happened so sudden.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, and like I said, I mean, I still think that Kevin is probably one of the most talented heavyweights out there right now.
Oh, wow.
But it's still, but he has to put it together on fight night. It doesn't matter if you look great and you show blemishes, you know, and you know, little, you know, glimpses of, you know, that, wow, what if he could just do this all night? But the reality is that, you know, that's going to be a knock on him right now, is that he can't do it all night. And, you know, and we don't know if he can or if he can. At least I don't, because, you know, I was put in an unfair position of, you know, coaching a guy to took a fight on 3 weeks' notice.
Yeah.
But also a very talented fighter, you know. And so, I mean, you know, and now I know where he's lacking. And so my thing is to work hard, to work really hard the next 6 weeks or whenever we get a fight to raise his punch count.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
And make sure that he's in the proper shape.
Yeah, definitely so. You know?
Wow, man. You quite a busy weekend. We're busy weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I got a busy week. I mean, because as soon as I leave here, I'm actually going back to Vegas, but I got a fight coming up next Friday or Saturday as well. But it's MMA with Roy Nelson, Big Country.
Yeah.
Is that the guy who beat Kimbo Slice?
Yeah, same guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. When's that? Is that this weekend? Or is that in this weekend? That's like when's that?
That's not until the 17th.
Yeah, that's until the
That's the
17th.
17th.
Yeah,
It's in Las Vegas.
yeah. Okay, but
So
Mark,
that'd be my next gig.
yeah, yeah. But Mark, you got questions for Jeff?
I don't know. I don't know if you asked this or not, but I wanted to know what was Jeff's thoughts about the Manny Pacquiao Marquez fight coming up this weekend.
I think that it's one of those fights in which, once again, it's going to be, a very entertaining fight. And I think that, hopefully this time they'll get it right, and that, because if you judge at least, I would have to give Marquez at least two of the three fights that they already fought, and so especially the last one was just clear cut, and so I just think that hopefully this time around that the judges be fair, and fair either way. I mean, if Pacquiao wins, give it to him, but if Pacquiao loses, don't give it to him.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I think that the first time around, at least this last time around, I mean, I just knew that they wasn't going to give him the fight because the whole world was waiting for Pacquiao to win and then to fight Floyd. But here we go. That they gave him a bogus decision and he still didn't fight Floyd. So here he is now. Now once again we're facing the exact same thing once again with two fighters that hold the balance of, if Floyd's going to fight him or not. Because if he loses, then the fight's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion. I'm of the opinion that I think Manny Pacquiao's at the end of his career, and I think they're just going to use him to build other fighters' name off of. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, use Manny Pacquiao to build other fighters' names. Because I really, outside of the Floyd fight, I really don't see too many options for Manny like that would draw the type of pay-per-view numbers that they say that they get.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. His career is closing down to that point in where either you fight Floyd or who else are you going to fight? Really, does anybody care about seeing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Manny Pacquiao and Devin Alexander, something like that. Like, I don't think that would generate those type of numbers. Like,
no, it won't generate no numbers because, I mean, to be honest, the only other guys that can generate numbers, Cotto was one, Canelo is another,
Mayweather.
Well, of course Mayweather, but I mean, I'm not saying him because he's my nephew. But to be honest, those and Pacquiao, but and the thing is that without now it's basically boiled down to the point of Canelo and Floyd, or Canelo and Pacquiao, or it has to be one of those three to generate any pay-per-view numbers.
And me personally, I don't think he can beat any of those guys. So you know what I'm saying? Like all the bums that, you know what I mean, the guys that he was fighting before. Like, I don't really see too many of those that can generate them numbers. You know what I mean? Like it's like always some stipulation. Like when you fought Cotto, he weight drained him, or like even Margarito, he had to come down to 150. Like, I don't think those other guys do that.
Yeah, I mean those catchweight fights. I mean, and really, and I mean that's the reason why Cotto didn't fight him the second time around, because he tried to get Cotto to fight him, but Cotto said no, I'm not going to. I mean, Cotto just got paid, $10 million from fighting Floyd, $10-15 million from fighting Floyd. He's financially set now. He's not going to jump just because you say jump. I mean, it's a totally different situation now. So he wanted Cotto to fight him again, once again at a catch weight. Cotto said no. He said, if you're going to fight me at 54.
That's right. Fighting matters. Yeah, that's right.
That's what I said.
That's where it should be, man. I mean, Floyd don't fight all the weights properly. He be fighting. He trying to get guys drained at this catch weight. Don't you find it ironic that with Floyd talking about Manny about with the steroids and they try to sue Floyd, and now Freddie's accusing Marquez of the drugs, and now
Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a possibility that he could be using it because the guy that he has now, his strength trainer, is actually the guy that was doping the U.S. team, and was doping Marion Jones, and
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, so basically, I mean, he has grounds to say that, but at the same time, you know, I mean, you know, I mean, who, you know, what was going on with Manny? What was going on with Manny? When Manny was Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't take no VADA or USADA testing
You
himself.
know,
You know?
I mean, he wouldn't take no test.
Yeah.
You know, and so I mean, now why are you going to try to sit back and you're going to complain? I mean, when people were accusing Manny of it, all you did was defend him. So now all of a sudden, you got a guy that actually, you know, has beaten your fighter twice,
Yeah.
but just didn't get the decision. Now all of a sudden, now you're going to reach and say that, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why? You know, I mean, nobody else. You never. When everybody was saying the same thing about Manny, I mean, all you did was defend it. You know, and now there's the exact same situation.
Yeah.
You know, and who's to say? I mean, maybe he is, maybe he ain't. But you know, I mean, the thing is this: no matter what, he beat your fighter, and he beat him in the ring.
Yeah, he did.
You know, and I mean, if y'all didn't choose for him to take no test, he didn't take none. And that's just like, and this guy that Marquez got, even if he is taking something, they're not going to be able to find it or detect it because the guy is on the highest level of doing this. I mean, just like people don't realize when Balco when the person that brought Balco down, it wasn't because nobody got caught taking drugs or taking steroids or whatever they was taking. That wasn't the reason why Balco got involved in this scandal. They got involved in this scandal over Marion Jones' husband,
Tim
C.J.
Montgomery.
Hunter.
Oh.
He blew the whistle on her. He blew the whistle on her because she was cheating on him with Mike Montgomery.
Yeah. Right.
And so basically, that's how Balco acted. Everything that they was using, it never got detected. It was never found in anyone's system. So if you have something that has never been found in anyone's system, you know, I mean, how are you going to find it?
And that
was
almost 15 years ago. So if you
it's
compare that,
way more sophisticated now.
Yeah, it's gonna be better. Yeah, it's gonna be better now. And you know, I reckon Marquez is taking it because he looks stronger and he looking to fuck up Pacquiao, and you know they're scared. Freddie knows he's gonna fuck up. Their fight is gonna get beat. He's gonna get beat the brakes out of him. Marquez is looking to take his head off.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, the one thing is this. I mean, in all honesty, if you have a guy that's willing to drink his own piss,
yeah,
you can give him anything. Because
Drake is own.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, because the thing you gotta realize, that's waste. That's supposed to come out your body. It don't supposed to go back in your body.
You damn right, man.
You know, and if you're willing to drink your own piss, I can give you anything and say, here, take this and drink this.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Marius Wack, that heavyweight who fought Klitschko, he got caught with them the other day with a steroid. That was the most generic.
Who's that?
Marius Wack. You know the guy who fought Klitschko for the title the other week?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he just got caught like a couple of days ago.
Yeah, with a steroid.
Yeah, he got caught with a steroid. They tested him after the Klitschko fight. They found he got caught with a steroid.
Anabolic steroid.
Did he lose?
He lost on points. Yeah.
He lost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it didn't help him then.
Took a lot of punches though, so I don't know if he able to take the punches.
He took a lot of punches. A hell of a lot of punches.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Oh well. Maybe it did help with me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man.
Amazing.
Oh,
stuff.
So Jeff, what do you think? I don't know if the guys asked you this already, but what you think about the Austin Trout Miguel Cotto fight?
You know, unfortunately, I didn't really get a chance to see it because I was still in Belfast. So and the television over there sucked. But I try to watch it on Ustream.
Yeah.
And sometimes Ustream is almost like just somebody taking photos. You know, because it you know, sometimes it stops and then it may show another 5 seconds or something moving and then it'll stop. You know, so I couldn't really watch it. So I just I listened to it
the good link.
No, I had a horrible
Yo,
link.
man, we could have hooked you up, man. We would have hooked you
Yeah,
up.
we gotta hook you
We would have
up.
hooked you up. Yo, Jeff, you got a Facebook page, but you got a Facebook page. I heard like you went to McDonald's. You went to KFC.
KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see on your Facebook page. You was cussing. You still cussing the food off down there in Ireland.
You know what?
Yeah.
Jeff. You know what one of their meals is? You know what some Irish people have for breakfast, and don't get offended, Irish people, because I was told by an Irish person they have boiled bacon and boiled potatoes. Not all of them for breakfast.
Yeah, boiled.
Boiled bacon and boiled potatoes for breakfast. I was told
Well,
that.
I don't know if the bacon was boiled, but the bacon was the only thing that tastes good to me.
AB.
Yo,
Maybe I need to boil my bacon.
AB.
what's up,
He
Marks?
didn't try. Jeff didn't try the haggis,
No.
or they don't eat that.
No, that's Scottish.
Scotland. They haggis. You're lucky you didn't try that, Jeff. Your belly would have turned over. Haggis.
It's made
Haggis?
Yeah, haggis.
It's a Scottish delicacy. It's made out of
I don't know
sheep's
what that
brains.
is, but
They
It's-
put all this stuff inside.
It's got sheep's brains. Sheep brain.
bread?
The brain of the sheep.
Oh no.
You're not game for that, no?
No, that's not for me.
They got lungs in there too.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yo,
No, this certain stuff I don't eat. I'm very simple.
Yeah. What was your final meal when you left the hotel? You went back to KFC again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't blame you.
Yeah, that's the only thing you could eat, boy. The food had no taste in it.
Yeah, I mean, the food is just too bland. It has no seasoning in it or anything. It's not that the food, it wasn't that it wasn't so bad. I mean, it was almost like I ordered curry chicken. And to be honest, I don't really like curry chicken, but it just seemed like it was something over there, and I felt that I would get a taste of it, but it didn't taste like anything. It was just like, it filled me up, but it didn't have no taste at all.
Oh man.
And the only thing I know is that it, you know, but my mouth got hot. But it still was no taste.
Yeah, they need some more soul in it.
Oh,
Jeff.
Hey Jeff, man, we saw the piano playing with Tyson Fury singing, and we saw Kevin Johnson. Man, we saw them, man. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy, man.
I didn't like that, man.
No.
I did not like that. I didn't like that crap at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt that, you know, if you got two guys, but I heard that that's how they do, you know, sometimes they do promotions like that over here in the UK or whatever, but, you know, that don't sit well with me because, first of all, it takes away a fighter's edge.
Yeah.
You know, mentally you're preparing to take this person's head off.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
then all of a sudden, I mean, first of all, y'all go to a press conference and you guys are arguing and it's a heated situation.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden, you guys get back to the hotel and they tell y'all, hey, you know, let's do this ebony and ivory routine.
Yeah.
You know?
It was very bizarre to say that. Did you want to pull the plug on it?
And I mean, and to be honest, I mean, I didn't really see it, you know, live or anything like that because I was against it anyway. But at the same time,
Did you try to pull the plug on it?
But your mental edge is gone because you're no longer thinking like a fighter. You're thinking like, oh, we're cool.
Yeah.
This is, we're cool. And then not only that, then that wasn't just the only thing that they did. After the weigh-in, okay, they went to the weigh-in. Once again, that's another situation where you're staring at each other. There's tension there.
Yeah.
They take both of them. They take them both and go put them in this big old bubble with Santa Claus at the mall.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I said, what kind of crap is this?
Yeah.
Hey, they should have sang "Sometimes When We Touch." Manny Pacquiao.
Did you try to pull a plug on that stuff, on the piano stuff? Did you try and stop it? Or did you just run with it because
that's their promotion? You know what I mean? That's how they do things.
Yeah, that's
I ain't spending no money. I just sprung a fighter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I told Kevin I didn't like it.
I'm gonna be honest, Jeff.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, he's been there before. He said, even when he did it with the Klitschko, he said their promotion was a lot like that as well. He said he had Klitschko dancing around in tights.
I'm gonna be honest though, Jeff. Yeah. Errol, have you ever seen that in the UK? I've never seen that. That was weird.
No, I haven't seen that before. I think they done that because I think they maybe see Kevin as a threat and they try to catch him off guard. You know what I mean? Like you said, Jeff, man, it's like it dulled his edge. I mean, if you come over to win, you can't be messing around.
Yeah, I was watching that. I was like, what's going on?
Now they done it on purpose to keep. They done it on purpose to take his edge.
Yeah, you're probably watching it. Probably saying, "Oh, is it boyfriend and girlfriend?"
Yeah. It was very bizarre, man.
So it was like I said, it was too much for me. It was just too much, and I was like, I don't like this. I just didn't like it at all. Because like I said, I mean, if you come in to fight somebody, especially you come all the way from a whole other country to fight this guy.
Yeah, man, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't get caught up in doing buddy stuff with him.
Yeah.
After the fight, innit? Maybe, but not before the fight.
Yeah, after the fight. Well, I mean, we can be cool. We can say what's up, whatever.
Yeah.
Give my check and I'm gone. But I mean, it was just too much, too friendly. I call it friendly promotion.
Yeah, for real, man. Definitely. Jeff, what do you think about Guerrero? He a possible opponent for. They think there's going to be a possible opponent for Floyd, and you think Floyd would want to take Guerrero? Because I'm not too sure about Guerrero. But I'm not going to say what I really.
I mean, I don't think Floyd's going to fight Guerrero, and it ain't got nothing to do with him thinking that Guerrero can fight or anything. I just think that Floyd, like he said before when Guerrero, he said, I'm not going to waste my time with Guerrero. First of all, Guerrero don't do no numbers.
Yeah.
And he said that who really cares? He said, I'm not going to treat the fans to a fight that's meaningless to him. So, I mean, I don't see that happening, but maybe, who knows? Maybe he changed his mind since Guerrero beat
Berto,
but I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like he beat Berto, but still, the fight looked horrible. Neither one of them looked like nothing.
Yeah, it's true. They didn't look too good. They didn't too good. What? So let's ask him. Do you see the fiasco between Zab Judah and Danny Garcia?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
But I guess Zab is losing his religion now.
Yeah. that's what a lot of people were saying. That's what you heard? You heard? Someone told what they say. You heard?
I heard that. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I already know that Danny Garcia can easily get under somebody's skin.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's one of those guys that he put something out there, and his son, sometimes his son, as of so far, his son has backed it up. So it's one of those situations where, I mean, he feels like he can say what he wants to, and as long as his son can back up what he said, I mean, he looks like a genius.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's true.
Jeff, do you think Virgil Hunter will be able to convert Amir Khan into a better defensive fighter?
I don't think so. But I mean, I don't want to say that because I really like Virgil. You know what I mean? But I don't care for Khan at all.
Oh dear.
So it's one of those situations in which, I just think I want to see when he gets yelled and chin by a big puncher again. What happens?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily know how good a defensive coach Virgil Hunter is. you know, I just like him as a person. I mean, he's a very nice, genuine guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, I would like to see him succeed. You know, so and even if it's going through Amir Khan, but I can't see.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like if you got a flat tire, you know, basically you can go get that tire plugged, but it's not a new tire.
That's
you
right.
The tire ain't new. You know, it's just a tire that's got a temporary fix.
Yeah. I'm not a coach, Jeff,
You know,
yeah?
so,
I want to ask your advice on this. If you've got a fighter roughly Amir Khan's age, he's about 24, 25 now, and he's already won world titles. He's done quite a bit, you know, in the game. You know, he's done quite a bit. Is it really a good idea to just try and remodel his whole style?
I don't think it's necessarily having to remodel his whole style, but I think he had one thing about Amir Khan. Amir Khan has a whole lot of flaws.
Yes.
A lot of flaws. I mean, first of all, he has no balance. You know, he oversteps his feet every time he punches, in which actually he has no balance. He has no defense. You know, and so basically, I mean, he's a guy who's been fortunate enough to slip through the cracks, you know, and become world champion. You know, and I guess because he had, you know, some type of push behind him that made people think that he was really something special. I mean, he's never been nothing special to me.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, I'm just being honest. You know,
you're keeping
and I
it
mean,
real.
yeah, tremendous. The only thing I can, you know, one thing I will say about him is that he has tremendous hand speed.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. That's where my compliments. That's where they end.
Oh dear.
Because anything else, I don't see nothing else for me to even talk about. Yeah, I mean, he has decent power.
Yeah.
You know, and he has zero defense and zero balance. So with that being said, when you balance the two, and you balance the two that he does have, and you balance the two that he don't got, that means he had nothing.
Oh man. So what would Floyd have done against him if they fought? It'd have been easy. How many rounds do you reckon?
We would have done the same thing Danny Garcia did to him.
Oh man.
But probably worse.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's not that bad, eh?
Okay.
So how do you see the Zabjuda fight and the Garcia going?
Well, I mean, in order for Zabjuda to even have a chance in that fight, I think that he's going to have to go back to being the old Zabjuda. The Zabjuda that, you know, that would jump on you and put fear in your heart and make you think that, wait a second, I don't know if I want to be here with this guy.
Yeah.
You know, at least until he gets tired anyway. But, you know, I mean, that has matured in the sense of his training ability. And he works hard. He works a lot harder than he used to have when he was younger. And you know, and I mean, but still at the same time, I mean, he can't fight. You know, he can't go in there trying to outbox Garcia. He can outsmart him because he's faster than him. And that he may punch harder than him or just as hard.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, his hand speed is way faster than Garcia. And but he does. You have to get some respect for Garcia early in order to have a chance in the fight. Because if he hits Garcia with his best and Garcia is still standing, Zab's in trouble.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Pain. A lot of people think Zab could pull off the opposite with his uppercut and that, but you know, like you said, Garcia. You know, Garcia starts coming on him. It seems trouble, man. And Garcia hits very hard with both hands, isn't it? His left and his right hand.
Yeah, he's a balanced fighter. The only thing is that he don't really have no hand speed. He has decent hand speed, but he doesn't have the kind of hand speed that even compares with, you know, with a Zabjuda or a Floyd or somebody along, or Amir Khan, somebody on that level.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, he don't need hand speed. Ask Amir Khan. He didn't get nothing. He didn't get nothing off. Only thing he got was off the canvas.
Oh, dude.
Good splatting, man.
Off the cannon. So Jeff, man, you're happy to be at home, right?
Oh my God, yeah. I'm feeling sick though. I still haven't recovered from, getting sick up there.
Oh man,
I mean,
What was that? The food? What got
yeah,
you
the
ill?
food. Yeah, when you got back, what did you eat? When you get back to the States, what did you first thing you ate?
Shoot, I can't even remember.
Oh, you must have ate a lot there. You must have ate a lot, boy.
No. See, I'm not a big eater at all.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I probably ate something simple. You know,
all right.
I might even went and got some more chicken.
Yeah.
You got some. Hey, you went and got some soul food. You gotta get some soul food over there, man.
Yeah.
Oh man. So you won't be looking to come over come over Europe in England again for a while. If you come over England, London though, we got more restaurants. I don't know about Ireland. Where you were in Ireland? It looked like where you.
Oh
were.
yeah, I mean.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, well, I mean, there's a possibility of me, coming over there. I don't know exactly when. I know that I have a marketing company that's working with me, and they're, they've been trying to get me to do something with Sky Sports.
Okay.
So hopefully something comes of it, and maybe they'll bring me over there or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Do you think, Jeff? Do you think Cotto should retire? A lot of people were saying that after the last fight.
Who should retire?
Cotto. A lot of people saying that after his last fight, but.
Well, I mean, you're only as good as your last fight, so I don't think necessarily that he needs to retire. I mean, you got beat by a guy that people just thought he couldn't beat. That's all. And obviously, Trout proved that he belonged. That he belonged right there. He belongs right there with the best guys that's in the division. I mean, he's a world champion. Even though he's fought weak opposition to get there. I mean, but it's one of those situations where he proved. Well, put it this way: he knocked off one of the biggest names in boxing. One of the few guys that can generate a crowd, and that can generate pay-per-view numbers. So I mean, it's a great win for him. It's a great win for him, but at the same time, it's not going to do anything for him because basically by him beating Cotto, this time, the curse of Canelo kind of hurt him because I say the curse of Canelo because, the first it was Ortiz that was supposed to win and supposed to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Canelo shows up, he loses. Same thing here. Canelo shows up, he loses. But, the thing is this, now they're not going to fight. He's not going to fight Austin Trout. He's not going to fight Trout because Trout has no pay-per-view power.
No.
He can't generate money.
Yeah.
Being that he can't generate money, he's not fighting Canelo.
No.
They don't care about who Canelo was supposed to be able to fight, who was ever supposed to win. Canelo, that's what they were talking about. Oh, well, he's going to fight the winner.
You're gonna fight the
he was going
loser.
to fight the winner if the winner was Cotto. That's the only thing that he was going to do.
Yeah.
Because together, they make a lot of money. Austin Trout means nothing. So Austin Trout going to have to beat somebody else and somebody else and somebody else before they even consider giving him a fight.
So Jeff, by you saying that, like there's a lot of discussions online and YouTube and different websites. Like some of the fans get upset because they say, "Oh well, the best guys don't fight the best guys, and boxing is not the way it used to be 20, 30 years ago." But me personally, I believe it's always been that way. I think it's always been business first.
I mean, boxing is always about business because everybody involved in boxing is trying to make money. The promoter wants to make money. The fighter wants to make money. And the only way the promoter can make money is to bring fights together that are big fights. Not because, a big fight is a fight between two people that the world knows.
Yeah.
When you put these two guys in the ring, everybody knows who they is. Not this guy who just happened to knock off a guy that was one of the people that was a big draw. that don't mean nothing because still, I mean, this guy's coming toward the end of his career, and maybe he's not the same fighter. And plus, I didn't see the fight, but I mean, you know, I don't know how big he won or anything like that, but I just know that still, that's just not enough for the business of boxing to thrust him, you know, in a position of making a whole lot of money.
Yeah. If you don't have a big fan base, if you don't have a big fan base, you need to score KOs. If you don't have a big fan base, or if you haven't got the networks behind you.
I mean, that's how it is. If you can't put asses in the seat, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
I mean, just like Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley beat Pacquiao. What happened?
Yeah.
Nobody even know Tim Bradley still exists.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible.
Right. That's right. It's disappeared off the
radar.
radar.
I mean, he can't generate a dollar. He can't say, "Oh, now I'm Tim Bradley. Now I'm a pay-per-view star." No, you're not.
Yeah, that's right.
You can still go. You can go back on ESPN or Showtime.
Oh man, oh man.
You're not finna do no pay-per-view because nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah. He's actually worse off. He's actually worse
the business
off.
Side of boxing.
Yeah. That's right.
So in your opinion, it's always been the same. So when guys are like getting upset that, this guy had a belt and they need to fight each other, and I'm like, I'll say, like, you're looking at it from a fan's perspective.
Point,
it's different.
When people saying that, they're looking at it strictly from a fan perspective because, you know, they think that because they spent a ticket, they can dictate. They bought a ticket, they can dictate something. You're not going to dictate it because the thing at the end of the day, the promoter's going to make money. Just like back in the heyday of boxing when you had Hearns, you had Hagler, you had Leonard. You see eventually all those guys end up fighting each other because every one of them, the whole world knew who they was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
You know, there wasn't some guy that probably upset one of them in between that you know, all of a sudden had his 15 minutes of fame, and somebody said, "Oh, why they ain't fighting him?"
Yeah,
because nobody give a damn about him. Just like Tim Bradley, nobody gives a damn about him.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a damn about Austin Trout.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's why they're not fighting him. That's the business. That's the business side of it is this. Austin Trout has to go on and at least beat somebody like a Lara, beat somebody else that actually got a little more clout than him, you know, and show that, okay, well, it wasn't just a fluke.
You see?
Or that he's legit.
Yeah.
You know, and he's gonna have to put a stamp on his legitimacy, and if he don't, I mean, he's never gonna see a big payday.
Yeah, but you see, this is how it is. His legitimacy doesn't really mean enough. If he beats Lara, Marta Rosen, or Kirkland Molina, that's not going to help. Shane Mosley's coming back, right? If he fights, and he's a very fan-friendly fighter. If he fights Shane Mosley,
coming back.
Yeah,
he's
coming back. He want to fight.
And if he beats Shane Mosley, right, who's a very fan-friendly fighter,
oh my God,
right, he needs to fight profile guys. Fan-friendly fighters. It's no point in trying to build up his resume for credibility. That won't get you fights.
But that's what.
What I'm saying is this. Those are the level of fights that he's going to be able to get.
Yeah.
Those are the type of fights that he's going to be able to demand. He's going to be more in demand for a fight against a Lara. But he's not going to fight no Floyd Mayweather. He's not going to fight no Manny Pacquiao. He ain't finna fight no. He might fight Cotto again. That would be his only bet. His best bet would be a give Cotto rematch.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's it. You know, because I mean, other than that, he's a guy who just beat a guy, but he doesn't mean anything. And that's what people don't realize. People don't understand the fact that sometimes you can beat a guy that is a marketable guy, but the way, the structure of the boxing world and the structure of the boxing game is this. The wrong guy won.
The wrong guy won?
And when the wrong guy won.
Oh man.
And when that becomes a part of the equation, basically that guy really has one option to make money. And that is hope that the guy he just beat is willing to give him a rematch.
Oh, that's why. What's his name? Bradley wanted a rematch with Pacquiao.
Exactly.
Oh, that's why he wanted a rematch to get more money again. And Pacquiao said, "Fuck that, I'm going somewhere else."
Bradley's actually got less marketability after the Pacquiao fight than what he went in with.
He should have fought Khan when he had the chance, mate. He would have got money out of that.
Yeah, but
I mean, the thing is that still, but he wouldn't have got the money he got fighting Pacquiao.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yep.
Even beating Khan, he wouldn't have got that kind of money.
That's true.
And then if you would have beat him too bad, then a guy like Pacquiao at that time, he didn't lose in a few years. He'd been like, hell no, I ain't fighting them. He might beat.
No, he would have fought him.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Tim's a good fighter. He's a solid fighter, but he's not really a threat to no up echelon fighter. He's not a threat because they're not. The one thing that in big fights that the one common denominator that people always give a fighter a chance for is the fact that he has punching power. Tim has none.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's not going to hurt nobody.
Oh man, that's terrible, man. He gonna headbutt you a bit though.
Oh, he's a specialist at that. He's a headbutt specialist.
He gonna open you up, man, with that head of his, man.
He call him the GOAT, boy.
Yeah, he gonna batter ram you. Call him Ram Man.
Ram Man. Yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong. Tim's one of those guys that he's good for the sport, image wise, but marketability he has none. I mean, nobody cares about. That's why he can't turn the win over Pacquiao into endorsements or into any type of money.
Yeah.
Because he's not marketable.
Yeah, it's quite hard. It's quite hard, man.
So do you think that like promoters and trainers, do they pick fighters who, like, I call it, like, have already a built-in fan base? Like certain fighters, like just say a Mexican, they're gonna get supported by Mexicans no matter what. So if
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's probably you're right in that aspect.
Yeah, like black fighters, it's harder for them to reach a certain level of economics because, like, we hate on each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
we like a barrel of crab.
Yeah, like they
we're gonna crawl over one another to try to get to the top, and don't care who. As long as we get to the top, we don't care who we step on.
Yeah, and it's like So do you think that promoters choose like if you had two fighters that were equal, a Mexican fighter or a Puerto Rican or other ethnicities, and then a black one, they would choose the other one over the black fighter just because
they're easier to promote.
Yeah, because their people support them more easy.
Right, they have a built-in following.
Yeah, because
that's very true.
When I talk like this, people think I'm crazy. But I look at
I think you're crazy too. You crazy for saying that.
What the hell is that crazy?
Is it true though?
No, but in a way, some of it is true and some of it is not. Because what you have to realize is that the elite African American fighters, I don't want to say it, but most of them are like skillful counterpunchers, defensive fighters. But guys like Mosley, he always gets big fights, even if he loses. Guys like Holyfield, they're always, they always get good. Not so much Holyfield now because he's really old, but they always get good fights and they always sort of like get the respect. Like, yeah, we can put Holyfield in a fight and we know we're gonna get entertainment. Like Tyson was a knockout puncher, and they're all black, so sometimes that goes against black fighters as much as their race. It's their style of fighting. A lot of people, like HBO, for instance, they don't want to see counter punchers, no matter how good they are at it. They want to see guys going in there, and they want to see Gatti and what's the other guy's name?
Ward.
They want to see Ward and Gatti's every fight. you know. So it's a combination of what you're saying, but there's other factors as well.
But that's kind of bad. That's like ESPN. It's good to have like guys that can dunk on 30 people, but you can't make a foul shot. You know what I mean? Like do you think like the little guys that's up and coming, they won't learn the fundamentals? They just want to, just slugfest.
Well, you see, the thing is like see the reason I don't want to like I agree with you, but see with black fighters they have to they have to make sure that they connect with the audience somehow, with the black audience, white audience, everybody, and they have to decide, what am I going to do? Am I going to fight as a defensive counterpuncher, or am I going to, And I suppose you have to do a bit of both.
Well, I'm going to tell you one of the most important things that a fighter has to make up in their mind. The first step to being, to separate yourself from, just being a fighter, period. And I say it more so for black fighters because black fighters this is the only way that I see most black fighters being successful. And basically they have to, consciously make a decision to be either a bad guy or a good guy.
Oh, okay.
They have to, because if they don't fall under that banner, they're lost. They're like a 9-to-5 worker. They're like a guy that goes to work, put his hard hat on, and go back home, and nobody knows nothing about him. But if he's at work talking shit, it's a whole. Now all of a sudden everybody at the job know who he is, and everybody's talking about him.
Broner.
Okay, or he's gonna be that good guy.
Yeah.
That actually goes to work, and makes friends with everybody, and he's a good guy. And everybody likes him.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do as a black fighter. That's the only way you're going to separate yourself from the crowd of just being a black fighter.
Yeah,
you got to take that. You got to take the mantle of being a good guy that can fight a little bit.
Yeah.
And people go, but you got to really embrace it. You got to make the people love you.
Yeah.
And then, or you got to take the other route. You got to be the bad guy. If you're the bad guy, people hate you, but they'll spend their money. As long as you can fight and you can defend what you're saying, people are going to pay their money to see you, and you're going to become a star.
Yeah, that's what made
if you do it that way.
Yeah.
But if you're just a fighter, that's just a 9-to-5 fighter.
Yeah.
Like Austin Trout. That's what he is. If he don't start talking trash and take the role of a bad guy, he's gonna be exactly what he is, Austin Trout. He's gonna have to take the role of a bad guy, or no, I'm just saying, in order to enhance his career, he's going to have to step out of character.
Yeah.
He's going to have to step out of character one way or another, because right now, Austin Trout nobody gives a damn about Austin Trout.
Damn, man.
Right. And that's part of the business. I mean, how do you think James Toney made his money? He made his money because the white people they fell in love with him because he talked about Don King all the time.
Yeah, he did.
So I mean, you gotta find something that works for you, rather than just your boxing ability. Because just like Mike McCallum was a 9-to-5 fighter.
Yeah.
He was a great fighter, but never got his just due. Never got no big fights because nobody cared to fight him.
Yeah.
What will fight this dude for? I mean, he needs nothing. He won't put no money in the back. He won't make his pay-per-view numbers go up. He's not going to do anything. Me fighting him helps him. It don't help me.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Just like for instance, right now, the next guy that's going to be generating and make a lot of money is Adrian Broner, and that's because he took a damn page out of Floyd's book.
Who's that?
Adrian Broner.
Adrian Broner.
Oh yeah, of course.
Broner.
Yeah, Broner. Yeah,
because he's going to be a guy that people love to hate.
Yeah.
But the thing is that he can fight, and he can back it up.
Yeah.
As long as he can back it up, he's going to make money.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have people that hate him so bad, they're going to come out and spend their money all the time, and wait till that day when they can say, "I finally seen you get your ass whooped." Okay, well, thank you. thank you for paying all that damn money to see me get my ass whooped. You know, my family is financially set, and I'm set for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Yeah.
Isn't that a bit sad that we have to even to be discussing that about black fighters in 2012?
I mean, that's the one thing. That's the one thing that, you know, as a black fighter, you have to take one of those roles. You can take the role of De La Hoya. You can be so damn nice to everybody and so happy and, you know, and say all the right things. The one thing about that is this. When you have that role, you know, the only thing it's good for is this. When you lose, the loss is forgiven because everybody loves you.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's not like you got to go through a whole bunch of BS. Now, like, for instance, if you have an attitude like Floyd and you lose, now they hate you. They hate you, but they're so fucking happy because we finally got you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but
I mean, but like I said, at the end of the day, you finally got me. But thank you for the $200 or $300 million that you let me make while I was out there acting a fool.
Yeah. What I don't like about it,
so,
though, yeah. I'll tell you what I don't like about it. If you look at the history of black fighters who've had to do that, Jack Johnson all the way even to Floyd, and I don't want to go too much into the legal trial, they always end up getting caught up in the system and demonized, and it doesn't do much for their personal lives, and it can't be too much fun for the families.
That's just because I don't know how it is in the UK, but over here it's more of a social semblance. You feel me? Like we didn't beat you in the ring, but we beat you anyway. You in jail. You feel me? So it's kind of like that. It's like you try to break you anyway. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's
my opinion.
But at the same time, see, it's like this. Okay, the one thing is this. Most of the time when you have a guy, you know, maybe like a Floyd, maybe like a James Toney, even though they may talk shit, they're not phony. They're not the phony type. They're not a De La Hoya who's selling you a pipe dream, and you got your kids looking up to him as the greatest thing to ever, you know, put on a pair of gloves and the greatest role model to ever put on a pair of gloves. And now you realize that he's a drug abuser, he's a womanizer, and everything else. You know, this is the last thing that you would want your kid to look up to. But, you know, same thing, I mean, even with Ray Leonard, you know. I mean, Ray Leonard was on drugs, you know, and also got caught being a womanizer as well, even throughout his career. So it's one of those things that, okay, if you're going to play that role, you play that role. But at the same time, most of the time when guys play that role and it seems like it's too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Just like Manny Pacquiao. Same thing. Mr. Nice Guy. And then next thing you know, he's an alcoholic, he's a gambler, and he's a womanizer.
Yeah, you see, the difference is, though, even though Ray Leonard and De La Hoya got caught out to be frauds, the public don't really care because they're not being wound up.
They got caught after their careers was over, that's why.
Yeah. I don't think it would even made a difference because as long as you're nice to people, they don't care about the things there. But
it makes a difference. Believe me, it'll make a difference because all you have to do. The only thing is the reason why it wouldn't make a difference is because when you're in a position like that, you have to have damage control. If you don't have damage control, believe me, you'll be ruined. You'll be ruined because if the press get wind of it, and you have a press. Especially if you have somebody in the press that fucking hates the fact that you have that status that you have, they can bring you down. And they can bring you down because, you know, the way they will write about you will, you know, let the whole world know that these are the type of people that, you know, they're the worst type of people in the world because they sold you something that was fake, that was never even real at all.
Yeah.
You know, it was everything that you believed in this person it was fake. It was phony. It was a facade. So, and I mean, if you get somebody to dig at that constantly, believe me, they'll turn people against you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what happened with Barry Bonds. I had heard him say one time the reason why the media attacked him so bad, especially that local media, was because he never would allow them to write a biography book, with his help. He said, like other athletes, and you live in the city, they would ask you, hey, can I write a book about you? And he would say, and they help him. He said he never did that. So they never could make money off of his stardom. So when they found a reason to get him, that's when they went after him like that.
Right.
But that's what he said. But yeah, you're right. If they don't like you, you know what I mean, they can make people hate you.
Yeah, definitely. So, but all the media coming on Floyd and this and that, like from what I've seen, because I remember the 24/7, which I remember the De La Hoya one, which was the first time you see Floyd, but the second one is when Ricky Hatton at 24/7, and that time you see Floyd and obviously your niece and nephew and him rolling around in that electric thing, and he listened to Kanye West, and I was like, right, that's why black people roll, and then you see Ricky Hatton in the pub and this and that, and you see the contrast of how black people what they do in their houses and what white people do in their thing, and it was like, Floyd's just like everyone else, and I think the media they're saying all these bad things, but I don't think it's true. I think a lot of things is they say about Floyd. I mean, you're his uncle, so I'm not saying you're gonna say some stuff, but a lot of things they it's made up just to make people villainize him really badly, and Floyd plays up to it sometimes, but sometimes he ain't really like that though, innit?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Floyd he knows the business of boxing now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he became a bad guy by accident. It wasn't by design.
Yeah.
But what he realized is that once he became a bad guy, it's better to keep the role of being a bad guy because the money is twice as more when you're a bad guy than when you're a good guy. Because, don't get me wrong, I mean, of course, when 24/7 comes on, Floyd puts on a show.
Yeah, entertainment.
I mean, he's not like that every day. No, of course, he's nothing like that.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, he realizes that 24/7, he's going to give the people what they want to see.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, sometimes giving the people what they want to see, and sometimes he's going a little bit overboard.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, would you rather watch Floyd 24/7 over anyone else 24/7? Like these 24/7, the other 24/7 they have, nobody even talks about them.
Nah,
they'd be boring. I turn them off.
Yeah, it's filling them up. When Floyd's on it, that's what's going on. But like you said, but it gets really bad though, because obviously your two brothers, they went at it arguing about some stupid stuff, and I've heard the editors of 24/7, they said start some beef, and that shit went a bit too far. They were arguing about their two female boxers, and it just went too far.
Nah, me. When I've seen that and people made a deal about that, that's just that type of stuff happens in every family, in every situation. No, I'm just saying though, Earl. It's just like
I know that, but
some cameras happen to be there.
Yeah, I know.
And then they even put it out.
That's
there.
right.
People look crazy.
Yeah, I know, but
you know what I'm saying. But like, I'm aware of what's going on. But like, for the gullible masses of the people who don't know and just like this type of drama, I mean, people sit around and watch Maury Povich all day. You know what I'm saying? And see if some chick who her baby's father is. I mean, but so people just like that type of stuff. But like me, I'm like,
it fails.
I'll have arguments like that with my dad or somebody like that. You feel me? Because people like drama. You know what I mean? But I was like,
controversy sells.
Yep. I probably got some extra pay-per-view buys though.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean?
So it ended up working out for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, all right, and Jeff. Well, I don't know anyone wants to say anything. Anyone to say anything to Jeff? Go on.
Now I wanted to say, I think that Jeff and his brothers the best trainers in boxing. You know what I mean? And I wish him more success.
Yeah, I second
I
that.
appreciate it.
I mean, that's real rap right there. You know what I mean, Jeff? I'm not.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Shit. You know how people be, you know what I'm saying, you know, don't want to say what they really feel because for whatever reason. I ain't like that. You know what I mean? I appreciate what you do and what your family does, and I wish you success.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, of course, I mean, that's one of the things, too, that, you know, I get a lot of, you know, you have a lot of people that actually, they copycat our style of training, but then they'll turn around and tell somebody that they're better than us.
Huh.
How are you better? If you're copying what I'm doing, how can you be better than me?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and so, I mean, so it's stupid. It's stupid in that sense. And, you know, and me myself, I mean, I don't get caught up in the fact of being a Mayweather and training because, I mean, I know that there are other great trainers out there as well. You know, I'm not one of those that, you know, I don't never toot my horn about anything I do. I just prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why
Right.
we're here.
Yeah.
We're going to toot it. And in my opinion, you guys don't get the credit that you're due. And it's
They
only
don't.
right that I voice my opinion on that because that's what I believe sincerely 100%, you know. And everybody knows it who knows boxing, or you're not following it, or you're not following the sport.
They don't get the credit
Yeah.
that they really deserve. Like, it's a shame because if they, you know, years back when people look back, because nowadays it's different than like the 40s and the 30s. You know, this is the internet. This stuff would be around for hundreds of years from now. You know, and
Oh,
it's
definitely.
bad.
It ain't going nowhere. Yeah. I mean, the one thing I can say is that, you know, of course, my brother Roger has never gotten the credit he deserves. I mean, how can you have the best fight in the world for 13 years and never win Trainer of the Year?
Yeah, they got the Roach winning 6 times of the year, and all these fighters are maxing out. And Roger got the best fighter and the best fighter. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense.
He even trained Layla Ali too.
Yeah, he did.
And she
Yeah,
did.
yeah, he trained Layla too.
Yeah, he did. He did. Even Floyd Senior, Floyd Senior's pretty good as well. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty good. He had De La Hoya. Who else he trained? He trained quite a few fighters. He trained Ricky Hatton. He got Lindell Rose right now. We talking to Lindell Rose, the Hackman. No, he's you know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of fighters as well. And you yourself. But you know you're the first royalty of boxing though. The first family of boxing.
And Ricky
you know
done some of his best boxing under Floyd Senior as well.
Hey, everyone knows the family, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's loads. I'm sure you got. Have you got any up and coming young Mayweathers yet? No one's already heard about.
Yeah.
No, not that I think of. I mean, maybe Roger's son, but he seems like to be the only one. I mean, Floyd's sons are not on the box.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, you know, the family's still the first family of boxing, boy. Everyone, well, we all appreciate you, man, and we're blessed that we can, you gave us your number, we can contact you, and even though I've been bugabooing you a couple of times, I appreciate you took the time out to talk to us guys here on the YouTube boxing community, Jeff. So.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, at the same time, I mean, no matter what, I mean, we still need the boxing community and the press to help us as well.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can't turn your back on on someone that wants to, to take time to report on whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's just as important as being a trainer and doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And Jeff, since earlier you said you didn't know Mosley was coming back. Now you know that he's talking about coming out of retirement. What are your thoughts?
I mean, if he's coming back to fight Parliament Naji, I can understand it. I mean, he ain't going to be hurt. No matter what, how many times Parliament Naji hit him, he's not going to hurt him. You know, so I mean, that's a fight that I can understand him coming back for a fight like that. But for fight anybody else, in the upper echelon, no, he should stay retired and never ever think about coming back out of retirement. But with Parliament Naji, yeah, I mean, that's a fight that that's a safe fight. He's not going to get hurt no matter what.
Yeah.
So he should come back, beat Parley, then retire and vacate the belt. and then Paulie can get it again.
Yep. Yeah, because I can't see Malignaggi beating Mosley. Even the washed up Mosley, I can't see him beating him.
No, I can't.
Malignaggi, he brings nothing to the table. I mean, he has no. I mean, he's not even really a good complete boxer. I mean, he's just a decent boxer. He's not nothing special.
He's pretty good.
And he has no power at all.
He was hating a little bit on the Cotto Trout fight. He's a pretty good commentator, but
he's a decent commentator.
I didn't understand
he's a decent commentator, and I mean, basically,
that's
probably what he's probably better at that than he is in boxing right now.
If you watch the fight, the guy said, "What do you think about the scorecards?" And he announced the scorecard. He looked at him like, "Boy, you full of shit." And like I seen it on the TV, I said, "Paulie, he wanted Cotto to win as well, because his scorecard didn't make any sense to me."
Right.
All right.
Well, Cotto has killed him.
Okay.
Okay, Jeff. It's been a pleasure, as always.
It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Hey, yo, Jeff.
All right, Mike.
All right, mate. You're learning the lingo. I mean.
He said, "Mate."
Yes, mate.
All right,
Yes, mate.
thanks, mate.
All right, We're looking forward to seeing you in London, man. Working on Sky, you'll get time to work on the lingo more.
Jeff's good, man. Hey, Jeff, man. Well, we're gonna talk to you soon, man.
All right.
Thanks. We appreciate you, Jeff.
Yes,
Okay, likewise.
All right,
right.
man. Take care, bro.
Take care, Jeff.
Take care,
All right.
Jeff.
Peace.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.